Architecture as an idiom of expression helps immensely to unravel the socio-religious and cultural history of a region. Tracing the architectural heritage of Allahabad from the British era to the contemporary trends in a cogent narrative illustrated by classical, Indo-Saracenic, eclectic, modern, postmodern, and late modern architecture envisages a spectrum of buildings forming the subject of study, many of them historical landmarks which give the city its varied and interesting skyline, highlighting the characteristic features of successive styles, each stamped with a unique identity, as can be revealed from the churches of Allahabad.
When the British first came to Allahabad, they decided they were here to stay, and they developed many churches at Allahabad, almost 14 in number, and none of them are insignificant. They are all beautiful churches, some of them in classical style, some of them classical Roman style, some in Gothic work, but in brick. But the most beautiful church of all is the Old Saints Cathedral, where we are standing. You can see the beautiful pillars of the flying buttress behind me. And this church is built at the junction of two main roads that the Britishers developed when they were establishing the civil station at Allahabad. This area was restricted to the British. The Indians could not enter into this area. So we are standing at the junction of the Queen's Road, as it was known then. Now we call it the Sarojini Naidu Marg, and the MG Marg, which is the main commercial center of Allahabad.
The colonial heritage of the city of Allahabad is a part of a long tradition of art, culture, religion, and architecture, which began with the rise of Iron Age cities about 3,000 years ago. The great ruins of the ancient city of Kosambi, Bhita, the establishment of Akbar's fort on the Sangam, the exquisite Khusru Bagh, as well as the beautiful temples of Manakameshwar, Someshwar, and Nagabasuki are attractive antecedents to the transformation of Allahabad as the frontier city of East India Company and the British Empire after the revolt of 1857. Like Akbar, the British too realized the importance of Allahabad in the expansion into India. They consolidated their interest in Allahabad by supporting or opposing, as political situation demanded, various contenders to power in the region. The fort, built by Akbar at the confluence of Ganga and Yamuna, proved to be decisive presence, and to hold the fort was to occupy the region. In 1771, Shah Alam formally resigned the fort to the company in exchange of Chunar. In 1773, it was sold to Sujauddaulah for Rs 50 lakhs. The agreement was renewed with Asifuddaulah after the death of Sujauddaulah in 1775. Since then, the fort had a presence of British officers and soldiers. However, at the time of the First War of Independence in 1857, the fort had only a handful of British officers and 200 soldiers of Sikh regiment. Without any concrete records, it may still be assumed that due to political